So, hello dear friends, now we are ready to do the titration of sodium hydroxide with oxalic acid solutions. So, we are already having the oxalic acid solution of strength m by 20 we have made, and here we are having the burette. So, first of all, what we need to do, we just have to check whether it is working or not. So, it is working very well. So, very nice. Now we have to make this burette oxalic acid washed, since we will put oxalic acid here. Okay, so and just close the knob tightly, place the funnel here and take a little amount of oxalic acid. So I am taking here a little amount of oxalic acid. Okay, so a little amount of oxalic acid I have taken. Now just keep it aside. Now we have to wash it, rinse it with the oxalic acid. So like this we can do, so that it get washed completely with the oxalic acid solution. Now you can drain it in the like I have here the basin. My basin is here, so I am just dropping the water in the hook. So what you need to do, you have to remove the water from this nozzle only, not from the back side. So, okay. It's going out slowly. Okay, done. So now this burette is oxalic acid washed. So we will tighten this knob, and now we will put oxalic acid once again. We will take the help of the funnel, putting here. Now pouring oxalic acid solution gently in the burette. See, the knob is tightened, so the water is not falling. Okay. Okay, so I am taking the oxalic acid solution. As you can see, I am taking here up to 12.5. Can you see here, students? It is in between 13 and 12 exactly. It is here at the, okay, so here it is at the, let me see, okay, yeah, it is at 11.9. Okay, so 11.9 it is here. Now just removing here the funnel, and the burette we have to kept here in the, very nice, in the clamp stand. I am just tightening it here. Okay. We just also have to adjust here. Okay, let me, okay, just take the conical flask. So it's okay. So one thing you need to check, that the nozzle of the burette should be at the height of the neck of the conical flask. So I am keeping here. Okay. So here we are having the oxalic acid in the burette. It is done. Now what we need to do, we need to pipette out oxalic sodium hydroxide solution with the pipette. So I am having the pipette here. This pipette I am taking is of 10 milliliter. Okay. So just we need to pipette it out. Okay. Now okay. So here you can see. So till the edge we want, so just we have to put it here. It is going down, down, down. Since it is a colorless liquid, okay, very nice. Since it is a colorless liquid, so we will take up to the, here you can see, it is up to the edge, exactly. Right? So now we will put here in the conical flask, there we need it. So putting here the oxalic, the sodium hydroxide solution we are putting here in the conical flask. Okay. You can tilt it so that it can run out from the pipette fast. Okay, there we go. Done? Okay, so now we will hit the bottom 2 times. Can you hear it? Okay, very nice. So now gently keep it aside. So now we need phenolphthalein. Okay, so yeah. So here I am having the phenolphthalein solution. So why we are using the phenolphthalein solution? This is the indicator, and phenolphthalein we use only for the strong base and weak acid. Oxalic acid that we have kept in the burette is a weak acid and sodium hydroxide is the strong base. So only phenolphthalein indicator can be used for this titration. So we are putting here, how much we will put? We have to put the only 2-3 drops. And when you will add the phenolphthalein indicator in a base, the color will be pink. So let's see. Okay. 1 drop, 2 drop. Okay, done. 2 drops, 2-3 drops it got here. So you can see the color becomes the pink. So as the oxalic acid will run from the burette here, till when oxalic acid is reacting with the sodium hydroxide, till then the solution will be the pink and it will slowly getting to the fade and then the pink color will disappear. It means oxalic acid has completely reacted with the sodium hydroxide solution. So just put the knob in the left hand. In the right hand we are putting here holding the conical flask. Okay. So that it would be easy for us. So okay. Let me for my convenience I am doing like this. Okay. So we are running the oxalic acid and with the same hand with the left hand I am just running the oxalic acid and with the right hand I am just shaking this. You have to shake this solution. So again pouring the oxalic acid, shaking the sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, so initially the strength was initial reading was 11.9, right? So let's see. It's a little bit of tiring work and this also takes time. So you have to keep patience in the chemistry lab, okay? So once again, just dropping. Okay, bingo. Yes, see. Can you see, students? The pink color got disappeared at, for the colorless liquid, we have to see the lower meniscus. Right? So here we can see the lower meniscus is 34.6. So at the 34.6, the pink color disappears to white. So here we got successful and the titration of sodium hydroxide with oxalic acid is confirmed. So let me also show you the final reading. Here you can see. Can you see here the final reading here? Yeah? Yes? Okay. So this final reading is at 34.9. Okay. So here we got the final reading as well. So students, for seeing the reading you have to be little bit careful and you have to see the level exactly. So for the color solution we see the upper meniscus and for the colorless salts solutions we see the lower meniscus. So that's it students, we have completed the titration of sodium hydroxide with the oxalic acid solution and the pink color got totally disappeared. You can see here. You know? So this is your first reading. So like this you have to do the 3 more readings so that you can get your concurrent reading. So that will be your given and so that you can finally calculate your the strength of the sodium hydroxide. The formula you must be knowing, right? Molarity into molecular weight. And the unit will be gram per liter. Don't forget to write the unit. Okay students? So that's it for today. We'll meet on the next day with the next few more experiments. Till then, take care and happy reading. So students, to know the calculation, it is very important to know the chemical reaction. So here you can see 2 mole of sodium hydroxide is reacting with the 1 mole of, if nothing is written is what? It is 1 mole. Okay, so 1 mole of oxalic acid के साथ 2 mole of sodium hydroxide is reacting and it is forming the sodium oxalate. So now let us go for the calculation. So students, before calculation we have to make the observation table. So here in the observation table you can see that 4 experiments has been done. First of all, the volume of NaOH is taken is 25. So the initial burette reading, the oxalic acid putting in the burette, it was 0 and the final reading is 24.8. It means what? That the pink color got disappear at 24.8 reading in the burette. The difference is 24.8. So when the oxalic acid got less in the burette, so what you need to do? You need to put the extra amount of oxalic acid. So suppose in the second experiment we are doing, so the initial reading was 3, final 27.8, and then the third or fourth experiment has done similarly. So one thing that you have to point out here, that the difference of the next 3 experiment should be same, and that it is that which is coming likewise in the similar, that will be your concordant reading जो लगातार आ रहा है. And the indicator we are using here the phenolphthalein indicator. So now let's come here to calculation part. Here in the calculation part you can see here, like earlier in the equation what? We are taking the 2 mole of sodium hydroxide reacting with the mole of oxalic acid. So both are equivalent. That's why they are reacting, right? So like this we can make a formula of M1V1 divided by M2V2 is equals to 1 by 2. 1 is what? Number of moles of oxalic acid in solution. 2 is for the number of moles of sodium hydroxide in equation. M1 is the molarity of oxalic acid, that you know, 1 by 20. V1 is the volume of oxalic acid. This is the concordant reading that we have got here. So we have writing here V1 is the concordant reading. M2 molarity of sodium hydroxide, that you have to find out, and V2 is the volume of sodium hydroxide that you have taken, that you have pipetted out, है ना? So this 25, this is the volume of sodium hydroxide. So here you will get the calculation of the molarity, that is 0.98. Now the strength of sodium hydroxide you can find out by multiplying molarity into molecular weight. Molarity we have gain here 0.98 and the molecular weight is 40. So the strength of the sodium hydroxide is 3.92 gram per liter. So this is the calculation and observation. Okay students, so I hope this way you all are clear with the titration. So let's see you in the next video. Till then, take care and happy reading.